All right, everybody, welcome back to another video. It's your boy. Listen. We got to talk about this, y'all. We got to talk about this. I got to bring y'all this information. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to the new boxing game, Undisputed. Now, if you know, then you know. But me, I've had the game for about a year. I played the alpha stages of the game. I've been following the game updates, but I didn't do any real content about the game because I felt like for me, I didn't want to do content on a game that was far from a full release. And I was just be making content on the things I did not like about the game. So overall, I wanted to bring you all some content when the game finally came out. So let's just do a little quick back history. I got the game in alpha stage about 8-9 months ago. I played it for about a month or so. I really enjoyed it to an extent, but I just felt like the game was super clunky and it didn't have the impact that Fight Night had. I come from EA Sports, Fight Night Champions, all the Fight Nights before then, all the boxing games that you know about from Dreamcast, Knockout Punch. I've played them all. And one thing about a good boxing game is you want that snap on those punches. Without that snap, the game just doesn't feel great. So overall, the gameplay in the alpha really was not that fun. It was too heavy, too clunky. They was looking for our feedback to help them develop the game that they finally was going to deliver. Now, first thing we're going to talk about is the game now feels very intuitive. It feels good. It feels like you can actually connect with your punches. It doesn't feel like you're throwing fucking pillows for punches. It feels like things are really connecting. The bad part about that is it may be a little too much. The energy, the stamina of the fighters like Tyson Fury, who you see in my video, who you currently see playing in the video, these people are able to throw massive amount of power punches without losing a lot of stamina. And that's a problem for me because online play is horrific, because if you're playing heavyweight, I promise you, you're going to run into this problem. People who use Tyson Fury is going to consistently spam the power punches, like constantly over and over and without losing any stamina. And that's a problem because I think it takes away from the actual continuity of what we're trying to build in this game and the actual physics of the boxing experience that we're trying to get. Now, the footwork, the movement, all of that feels good. It does feel a little stale in some parts. It could be based on the camera that you're using, where you know it's hard to get out of certain pockets, which I guess is okay. But if the round is just starting, if it's round one and we're throwing a few punches, we haven't threw a lot, and you corner me, it shouldn't be that hard for me to get out of the corner. But it seems like there's a lot of slow responses or slow response mechanisms that is causing me not to be able to move around the ring fluidly and get out of certain situations. But if you actually come across an actual boxer, somebody that wants to box strategically, I think that's the best part about this game, is because you can actually figure out how to attack, where to attack, when to attack. I started playing with Floyd Patterson with my first ranked mode fight, and then I quickly learned that was a big mistake because I didn't realize that Tyson Fury, or whoever is you're fighting, is picking a guy like Tyson Fury who's 6'9", he's almost 7 feet tall, who's going to be fighting a 6 foot or 5'11" guy and have major reach on them. And when you're trying to get in, you know, and play a close fight because you're shorter, so you got to go get on the inside to really like beat up the body or really attack, he's still able to throw major power punches and connect with those punches with full power. I think that's a problem for this game, and I think people are over spamming it to rank up really fast, which is, I guess, if you find a glitch, you find a glitch. I was able to realize that even when I tried to use Muhammad Ali, who's 6'3", who's a little taller, still wasn't a match for someone like Tyson Fury, who's just constantly sitting there spamming the power button the whole time. And it's not like Patterson or Muhammad Ali is any, you know, person that you would think couldn't, you know, match Tyson Fury boxing style. I mean, yes, he has a longer reach, but the only person I could find to actually match him is Deontay Wilder. I didn't want to pick Deontay Wilder, not somebody I wanted to fight with, but I was forced to fight with him due to the fact that I didn't want to fight with Tyson Fury, and the only person that could match him height-wise and wingspan wise, reach wise, was Deontay Wilder. And so now I'm forced to play with somebody I don't even want to play with. Beyond that, I think the game is amazing. I think the game is fun. I think the game has a lot to offer, but online mode, it seems like it's a little spammy right now with the guys who are using Tyson Fury to just spam the power punch button constantly and knock you out within the first maybe few minutes of the game. Blocking, I'm still trying to learn blocking. Blocking for me is not the best. I'm still learning how to dodge and sway and weave out the way. But the counter punches for me, I'm still having trouble with that. I need to figure out exactly, because I am a person that always, even on NBA 2K, I shoot with the stick because I feel like it gives you more immersion into the game. And I do not punch with the punch buttons. I punch with the stick. So I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate all of that in my fighting techniques as I learn the game. Now let's talk about the career mode. Career mode is pretty good. The career mode feels really good. The computer, the AI feels really intuitive. I feel like they start to learn your play style, your fight style, and they will adapt to that, especially if you come out aggressive. You start to daze them pretty soon. They start to block more. They start to weave more. They start to kind of move around the ring more and kind of give themselves distance so you can't hit them, and you have to be more strategic. I think they did a really great job on the AI. Overall, I think what we need to do fix in the AI structure of the game is where the game tends to allow 45-year-old boxers to continue to stay at the top of the ranks. I have no idea why Terrence Crawford at the age of 43 is still top 3. It makes no sense. There's no reason Sugar Ray Leonard is still in the game fighting at that time. Now, it makes sense to have these guys, if you wanted to maybe practice with them or have them come in and, help you with some speed drills or something. That'd be fine, but having these guys in the game at the age of 60, that makes no sense. Overall, the game feels really good. Even in the career mode, I personally think that the career mode feels good. I wish there was some actual activities to do when you go into the gym and actually punch a bag or speed bag or actually spar, because it gives you that time to actually learn how to play the game. I think they should incorporate that, whether it's in a DLC or just a patch, or maybe even in the future iterations of the game, where we can actually spar within the ring and build some XP points and some possibly some skills or some points to add to our skill level during that time of training camp. But just the analog, push a button, train, get your points, that's a little dated. And I think we're too far into the world of creativity and game creation that we shouldn't still be using that type of randomized or analytical structure to build a game out. Other than that, I think this game is highly recommendable. I've only played a few online games. Again, right now, I think it's a little spammy. People are spamming with Tyson Fury. I've only been able to play with Deontay Wilder, who's the only person I see that can actually contest with him. Haven't played with Jokic, whatever the hell his name is. I've played with not Mike Tyson. I played with Muhammad Ali, and I played with Floyd Patterson. And if you're going to go into this game, you might as well go ahead and choose Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. Choosing anybody else just seems to be a little underwhelming to actually compete with those two guys. My true outtake on this is that I love that the fact that they also thought about the streamers, myself included, to actually have an option so you can take out the non-streamable music and leave the streamable music in. So that's really dope. That I think more game creators need to take that into consideration, because we don't want to continue to promote your game streaming and all you do is keep getting copyrights because you have music playing in the background that the game has in their system. Or at least we have to go into the options and turn the music and stuff all the way down, which is pretty crappy if you ask me as well. But I think they did a really good job thinking about the streamers on that basis. If you are playing on PS5, I'm not sure how that game feels, but I've heard a lot of great things about it. I'm on PC. I'm using my PS5 controller, so I'm assuming that is pretty much as intuitive as the PS5 itself. But overall, I think they did a really good job. I highly recommend this game. It is a plus. It is a dub. I think the game is fun. You just have to take your time before jumping into the ranked and learn the game. They also need to make sure that they add more tutorials, because I think the tutorials are a little basic and they need to, kind of go a little bit more in detail or in depth on So with that being said, I mean, overall, I think the game is pretty dope. I highly recommend you trying it out if you're looking for something that could replace your fight night urge, because UFC 5 for me was not it. I did not like UFC 5. It just seemed like they went backwards. They took away everything that made UFC 3 and 4 good and just took it and just dumped it in the fucking sewage. But you should definitely take a look at this game. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty cool, and I give it a 7 out of 10 right now. I mean, only that because the online spamming is horrible. Fix that. I am going to highly recommend that Steel City implement a online career mode where we can create our fighters and fight online with other people, because it gets kind of stale to keep choosing the same people to fight with and fight against. Sometimes I'm fighting against myself. I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm fighting against Muhammad Ali. I'm Deontay Wilder. I'm fighting against myself. I'm Deontay Wilder fighting against Tyson Fury. I'm Tyson Fury fighting against it's kind of stale. It's like it's limited to the usage, and I think at this point you definitely need to think about adding an online career mode. And I think a lot of us asked for this during the alpha stages of the game, and I don't know why you failed to neglect that. But I think you should definitely implement that at some point, where the online mode can use created fighters, because I think that would keep people more inclined to keep playing this game, because they have that creation and that control over how they build their fighter and what they need in the fighter. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Listen, quick update on this is that I think the game release was amazing. I think you'll really enjoy this game. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and yeah, drop in the comment section below and tell me how you feel about it. Are you excited? Are you like, I wait for fight night? But I think you might enjoy this. But if you look at other content creators, they may be saying the same thing. You might want to try this game out. It's pretty awesome. Until next time, have a great one.